If you've ever had Red's apple ale, it tastes like that with pea. And we're back.
How's it going, guys? I'm Tim.
And I'm Dylan.
Our last review we have for you. It got all over my shirt right here, so it leaves a lovely stain because the dark beer and I have a white shirt on. Is 14th Star Brewing Company Maple Breakfast Stout, brewed in Vermont with real maple syrup. Now, the can is really cool. It says, "Growing up in Vermont, it was always exciting to see my Pepe Furland, Furlong, however you pronounce that, craft liquid gold from a simple maple tree. In keeping with this tradition of craftsmanship, we brewed our maple breakfast stout with 100% Vermont maple syrup and Northern Bayou cold brew coffee.
Ooh.
We hope you enjoy this dark and delicious beer."
Now, craft brewed in Vermont.
With craft coffee and craft maple syrup. I know, I'm a huge fan of this beer, just right off the bat.
St. Albans, Vermont.
Yeah. Like, I'm just...
Comes in pint cans only.
Yes, I bought one can last time I bought this, and I wish I bought a 4-pack.
Apparently, they're only... This is a Maple City series, so they have many beers with maple in it.
Apparently.
Also, store and serve at 45 to 50 degrees.
Yep. That's about right now.
Roughly.
So, I did buy a 4-pack this time, because it is that good. Just going into it, you know I'm going to rate it well. Just figured I'd throw that out there.
It smells a little bit sweeter than a stout. You don't get the maple scent, but you smell a lot of...
Right. You get like a sugary...
sugar, almost like a milk stout.
Yeah.
Because of the sugar.
Yes. It smells really nice, and it had a lot of head, actually. It was a really, really carbonated stout. It had a shit ton of head just popping up. Like, it was really, really high when we poured it. And, you know, it's pretty standard as far as the stout smell goes.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing completely...
Yeah, you got a little bit of maple in the nose, but that's about
teeny. It mostly comes through in the sugary scent.
Mostly.
But other than that, I mean, it smells basic. Basic bitch. Nothing fantastic about the smell. The head pours ridiculous for a stout.
It is. It's ridiculous.
We had to pour some of his head into my beer. To, like, equalize it. But, first taste.
Yep.
It is definitely a sweeter stout.
It's super sweet. You get a little bit of that maple in there. I remember it being a little more maple the last time I had it, a couple months ago. I've heard they've scaled up recently, so I'm not sure if that affects the maple taste or not. But I definitely... You get a lot of maple sugar, a lot of maple sweetness. It has like a very nice body to it. Most stouts have a really nice body to them. It just feels good in your mouth, and it tastes good. Like, you just want to keep drinking it.
I like it.
I think it's very palatable.
There you go.
Look at that. I got it right this time.
Palatable?
No, not a thing. Stop trying to make that a thing. It's definitely really good.
Palatable.
We'll come back to you guys in a second, though. Alright, and we're back to give our final thoughts on 14th Star Brewing's Maple Breakfast Stout. So, I found out why it's not as mapley as I remember it being. The best by date on this can here is 2/9/2016, which is a solid month old.
And who knows how long that breakfast stout was good for.
Right. It's still good, but the maple fades, apparently, when it's past the best by date.
Well, sugars, they kind of just settle into the beer.
They do. It's what you're getting now is the honey flavor, because there's also honey in this, and you're getting a lot of...
Which we didn't know before.
Right. It tasted very sugary, very sweet, which it wasn't a bad flavor. It was just very forward in that regard. And what you're getting mostly is the honey flavor in this right now. So at this point, it's not really so much a maple stout, it's a honey stout. You still get a little bit of maple, but I feel like the maple has faded with the age of the beer. That being said, I still like it a lot. It's not quite as good as I remember it being because of the lack of maple syrup in it. Or lack of maple flavor, for that matter. But it's definitely still a great beer. And
it's almost like a milk stout at this point.
Yeah, it's really similar to like the, you have like the the milk sugars, the lactic sugars in the milk stout.
Similar to Left Hand's nitro or milk
Yeah.
stout.
Yeah, at this point, it's just a very sweet stout, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's not as good as I remember it being, so I can't rate it as high as I remember it being, but it's still a really good beer.
We're still gonna rate it for what it is.
Yeah, it's still, like, it's stupid drinkable. Like, you can drink this thing without even thinking about drinking it. It's just, it's so
You need
smooth.
to learn to look at Best Buy dates.
I really do, actually. I just assume that where I'm buying from has, like, regularly, in stock beer. Apparently not. I bought this 2 days ago, and it was a month out of date exactly when I bought it.
That's a shitty place to put it. It's underneath the fucking can.
It honestly is, but, like...
Put it on the fucking neck of the
Yeah.
can.
So that 4-pack I bought is probably expired, too, then.
Oh, well, you'll find out. 4-packs...
I'll find out.
4-packs probably sell better than singles do.
Probably. But, I mean...
Because how much is a 4-pack? $12?
It's probably like $13, $14. Because the single was $3.80.
But a 4-pack single would be cheaper.
It should be. It should be.
It should be like $12, $13.
Probably. But either way, it's still a solid stout. Even in its current state, it just lacks a lot of the maple that I remember it having. And that's
What
probably
makes
because
it
it's
the
older.
breakfast stout?
Yeah. And
It's lacking.
exactly. And,
It's more of just a 14-star stout at this point.
yeah. It's just a sweet stout. And that's fine. That's completely fine.
Any oatmeal stout or milk stout will give you... Actually, oatmeal stouts are different. Let's just say it's kind of like milk stout.
Yeah, it's basically almost like a milk stout at this point. Dylan's right. Oatmeal stouts have a totally, like, really chunky mouthfeel.
Yeah,
like a really thick mouthfeel.
Which is good.
Yeah, of course.
Anyway, let's give our final thoughts on it.
Yay!
Final chug.
Yeah, it's still a good stout.
It's a milk stout. It's like
Yeah.
slightly roasty, slightly sweet.
Yep.
I get a lot of the honey on a big sip.
Yep. It's still an awesome stout. It's just, it's not the 100 I would have given it were it fresh, but I'm probably gonna give it still a 90, like a solid 90, even a month past its best.
I'm probably
by
gonna
date.
give it like an 87, 88.
That's about
I'll
right
give it
too.
an 88.
So 90 and 88. There's still a good score. Even if it's out of date, you should still buy this, basically, is what we're saying.
I wouldn't buy it super out of date.
Oh, no. But like a month out of date, it's still a good stout. It's just not a maple stout anymore.
It held a lot better its age than fucking Finch's did.
This is true. Finch's wasn't even past its best.
You liked
by
it
date.
its first sip, but like after you had some, you were like,
Yeah, it got worse and worse as I drank it. This, though, stayed pretty consistent despite being old. Anyway, we'll see you guys later with who knows what, because we're out of beer reviews today.
We'll see it probably the next week.
Probably really soon.
Okay. 80 or 90, 88.
90 and 88. That's how the score went.
All right.
Should kill it. Kill the production.